Get back to the business, I feel the spirit moving through the city. I got the light shining, come get it. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I see the people trying to bring them with me. We got a light, tell them come and get it, yeah. Walk, 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 walk. I walk, 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 walk. We walk. Whoa, I was chasing my glory, then fell asleep. Woke me up and told me to go feed the sheep. Sent me deep in the streets just to bring them peace. Yeah, we be where them blickies be bustin', where they enjoy life with no discussion. But as soon as they see the light rushing, they know that the Lord walking with us, no bluffing. People say that I'm fake, I'm like, okay. Do you walk in the light or you throw shade? One more sex on my skin, I got no shame. We was preaching about Jesus before fame. Get it? Did that. On my side, yeah, he been that. That's the devil where my sins at. On the cross, cause he pinned that. Big throne where he sits at. That hit him, then he hit back. Resurrected, yeah, that's big facts. Told us hold it down till he get back. Get back to the business. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I got the light shining, come get it. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I see the people trying to bring them with me. We got a light, tell them come and get it. Yeah, walk with me. Step in the scene with the fly, had to keep it so steady, don't fall for the fox. Had to cut out the session, he got in the crop. Hold up, spiritual weapons when miracles happen. I'm never surprised cause it got. Ain't serving no Hannah Montana, ain't switching my banner like David, we slinging the rock. We kicking this beating, why serve Yeshua, even if it mean I'm bleeding. Come kill my flesh, my soul still breathing. Speak through me, yeah, yeah. This heart keep beating, these lungs keep singing. Come and step into the kingdom, for the ones mistreated. Till the day we see them. This feel like the moment we seeking, the day we can sing up the water, get freedom to walk. Walk, 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 walk. I walk, 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 walk. We walk, get back to the business. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I got the light shining, come get it. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I see the people trying to bring them with me. We got a light, tell them come and get it, yeah. Walk, 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 walk. Let's go. We walk.
When he makes this declaration, I'm the way, the truth, the life, no one comes to the Father except through me. If you had known me, you would have known my Father also. Philip said to him, Lord, show us the Father, and it's enough for us. Jesus said to him, have I been with you so long, and you still do not know me, Philip? Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, show us the Father? Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? The words that I say to you, I do not speak on my own authority, but the Father who dwells in me. And what happens here is that the first Adam falls into sin, and all we in him fall because he is our federal head. And the last Adam, Jesus Christ, keeps the law and is completely and utterly righteous, whereas the first Adam was not. And because of that, he presents himself as the federal head to all of those who place their faith in him, so that we might find life in him. And as our federal head, Christ keeps the law on our behalf, so that his righteousness can be imputed to us, and dies the death that we owe, so that our sinfulness can be imputed to him. Trifecta. Well, why did you need this? Why do the God-man? Because if he were a mere man like us, born of ordinary generation, then he would have been under the federal headship of Adam, just like you and just like me. He would have inherited Adam's sin just like you and just like me. And as such, as a mere man, it would not have mattered how outwardly good he was. He would have had a sin nature that had to be accounted for, a sin nature that had to be redeemed. And there's nothing that he could do, nothing he could have done in order to take that away from himself. Just like you, just like like me. He would have been alienated and hostile in mind, and he would have been doing evil deeds. But he was not born of ordinary generation. He's the God-man who was born of a virgin.
Yeah, guys, so we about to get some strawberries. About to do a shake at a crib. Need me some strawberries. It's hot as hell in Lisbon, man. Jesus. It's hot, guys. It's just hot. I don't like the summer, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'd rather my winter. I love winter. Summer is only good for bitches. Outside of that, man. Jesus. Man, so I went in fresh strawberries, but they only had this one. I'm not trying to go to other store right now, bro. So this will be it. Yeah, guys. So we just came back from the store. We about to eat a shake of strawberries. They didn't have like natural strawberries though. I had to grab them from the fridge. But I guess it's cool because like it's very hot in Lisbon, and since they like naturally colder because they was in the fridge, like I don't have to put like no ice on my shake. Like that would mess it up. That would mess the whole thing up. And yeah, man. So basically, it's like bananas, strawberries, and bananas. Man, bananas like my favorite fruit of all time. No cap. Like is pause, man. That was kind of crazy. But y'all get the point. Like banana is like my favorite fruit, bro. But yeah, man. Let's get to it. Guys, you should definitely try this one, man. It's like super easy, super practical. It's just strawberries, bananas, a little bit of yogurt and milk, and it's done, bro. Y'all can put a little bit of sugar too, but this is fire, bro. This is whew.
And you were dead. I just like to pause there. And raised us up with him and seated us with him in the heavenly places in Christ Jesus, so that in the coming ages he might show the immeasurable riches of his grace and kindness toward us in Christ Jesus. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast.
Sure. I sure thought this nigga was on his way to the Hornets.
Oh,
That's right.
why you thought he was going to the Hornets?
I said, after the last few games, I said, yeah, they sick of his ass. Don't be in Charlotte. Hello! Call my nigga Creed.
He comes driving his golf cart.
Yes, sir, guys. The day is officially over. The work day, not the day, but the work day. It's like 5:02 p.m. I'm done with it today. I'm not finna do nothing else. But yeah, man, this is pretty much like what I do. Like I'm blessed to have a job where I can do home office at least like 2 times a week. The other 3 times I go to the office. But yeah, man, this is pretty much what I do. I listen to a whole lot of like podcasts. I listen to sermons too a lot. That's the most thing I listen to during the day.
And then I also listen to music when I'm not doing like either the two I talk about. But I give privilege to listening to sermons, and like you guys know that our subconscious mind is basically like the decision maker of ourselves. Like 90% of our decisions is made by our subconscious mind, and so it's very important like what we feed ourselves with. Like if we're constantly feeding ourselves with like the news, negative energy, negative stuff, if you're constantly around somebody which has like negative energy, and you're constantly feeding yourself with those type of information, with those types of vibes, like don't be surprised if you start like having that same energy towards life. So if I know that like a whole bunch of decision I made is probably due to influences, like influence of what I'm listening to, or the person I'm with, or whatever, or the friends, the environment I surround myself with. I'm trying to do my best to to feed myself with something I know I'm trying to be like it, right? So this is why I listen into a lot of sermons, and I give it privilege over the other stuff I listen to during the day. But yeah, man, I also listen to a lot of podcasts, like when I'm just trying to chill, when I'm just trying to laugh, just trying to just trying to get off my head a little bit. Like I listen to podcasts as y'all could peep. I listen to Club 520 podcast, which is, in my opinion, like top five podcasts in the world. I laugh a lot listening to that. Like especially if you play basketball, like if you play basketball and you're like you know something about the NBA or what's going on, like that's a fire podcast. Like they talk about everything though, but they be clowning the whole podcast. But yeah, it's more in that type of contest. And then yeah, I also listen to music. Sometimes it's like worship music, and some other times it's just like secular music. I'm not gonna cap. Like I like that secular music too. I like secular artists too. Like I don't know, man, Gunna, Drake, like Kendrick, whatever. But it's that thing I told y'all. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not giving that privilege over whatever I'm trying to be. Like if I'm constantly listening to music where they talk about murder, money, I don't know, girls, like you know what I'm talking about, like worldly stuff. If I'm constantly listening to that, like I can't be like surprised if I'm start vibrating towards that more than I vibrate towards godly things. So I was trying to keep that balance. Not that balance. I'm trying to listen to more of other stuff instead of that. But I'm not gonna cap. Like I listen to that a lot too. I like Gunna, bro. Gonna be dropping some fire music. And then yeah, man, this is what I've been doing. I also want to share with y'all like something like that happened. I think it was like Monday. I was just here. I was working. Yeah, I was like kind of focused, and then I had a playlist. I had a playlist like I was listening to a playlist while I was working. I'm gonna drop that playlist like in here. I want to share that with y'all. That playlist is fire. But yeah, regardless, I was working. I had a playlist, and then I had the fan turned up because it was actually I told y'all like in the beginning or in the middle of the video. It's hot in Portugal, bro. It's like 30 something degrees every day. So I had a fan turned on. I was working. I was listening to a playlist, and then I caught myself thinking like, man, I'm so grateful for this moment. And it was like nothing crazy. You dig what I'm saying? Like it was nothing crazy, but I was just like, man, I'm at my crib, like I'm working, like I'm doing home office, I'm just listening to my music. I had a fan turned on, I have food on the fridge, I have a house, I just called myself like giving praise to the little. It's not little, but we make it. We make it little because we're constantly so focused on what we don't have instead of appreciating what God has already gave us. So I was just caught up in that moment. I was like, man, wow, man, I'm so blessed for this. I'm so blessed for having this. I'm so like, I'm blessed. Yeah, that's the word. Honestly, like I'm so blessed for having this, for having the opportunity to experience this, for having a job, for just be like I'm listening to my music. I'm so at peace. I'm so chill. So yeah, man, I was just thanking God, man. And I feel that that is like that is important in our life, like not focusing too much on what we don't have or what we're not like accomplished yet. Because if we focus on what we lack, like we will find ourselves not appreciating what we already have, like in the moment, and that's kind of crazy, right? If you're on that mindset that it doesn't matter whatever, it doesn't matter how much things you accomplish in this life, you will always feel that something is lacking. And that kinds of like reminds me of just of two passages. One of them is like Jesus. I think it's like Matthew 8:30, 34 or 38, where he said like, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." And so I think that that's exactly the type of message that Jesus was trying to pass. And as I was realizing that on that day, I think it was Monday, that verse just popped out in my mind, and I said, okay, so this is like, so this is what Jesus was trying to tell. Like, this is the feeling that Jesus was trying to get us to feel, and that's exactly how I feel. I felt like, damn, man, I'm so blessed, and it was nothing crazy, bro. Like, nothing happened, nothing new happened, but I just had that realization that, like, man, like I'm blessed with life. I'm blessed with, little stuff. I can walk by my own. Like I can go to work. I can listen to music. I was just appreciating life at that point. I was just appreciating like what I can do in this moment. So that's like one of them, and then the second one is like it's Psalms, I think 118 something. I'm gonna put it in here, which says like, "This is the day that the Lord has made for us. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Which is exactly like is exactly what happened, right? Like I was just so appreciative. Like this is another day where I get to wake up, like go after my dreams, praise the Lord, work, listening to my music. And I was just like so appreciative, appreciative of the little stuff. And I feel like if we develop that mindset of constantly like reminding ourselves of how blessed we are for the things we already have, it will be much easier to accomplish whatever we're trying to accomplish, because we're just in a different type of vibe. I also feel like I know some people that they're constantly like complaining about what they don't have, and I kind of feel that attitude towards life, it will keep you stuck in that same position that you always were if you keep complaining about it. That's just how I feel. I don't know if I'm right or not. And I know that I know that I'm right because I know that with my personal experience too. Like this happened to me, where I was so constantly focused on what I lacked that I couldn't even enjoy like what I had in the moment. But I was in that same position for a long period of time. So like, what's the point? Like, this is not working. Clearly, this is not working. If you're constantly like complaining about what you don't have, you will be in that position for a lot of time until you humble yourself and God stop humbling you. Like, just humble yourself in the point where you're appreciative of what you already have. But yeah, man, this is just what I wanted to share with y'all. I'll probably drop this on Monday, so I wish y'all a great start of the week. Man, I love y'all. I hope God blesses y'all and stay safe, man. Until next time.